What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is Matt in the future. I'm going back and editing this video. I filmed it last night and I realized that I didn't have a proper intro. So this video is going to be not only covering the partnership of XMR Hub, the Monero ecosystem, and Split Now, but also just different little diff talks. And we also covered XMR chat, little donations. And if you want your message to pop up on screen too, I have a link in the description. Timestamps will also be in the comments. Now back to the video. I also apologize later on for the lighting. That will improve. We have now 2 lighting stands and it'll get better. I try to turn it up in post, but I love you guys. Stay tuned. We have decided to partner with Split Now on xmrhub.org because not only do they have some of the cheapest rates, they're the fastest swap provider currently in Monero. They just bumped it down from the industry standard of 10 confirmations now all the way down to 5. And on their website too, I don't believe we offer where you can send, so you send 1 Monero and then you can send like up to like 100 different wallets of like Solana or something. Like, so you send like 1 Monero and then you can send like 25% to this wallet, 25% to this wallet, 25% to this wallet. No other swap reserve service provides that, number one. Number two, it looks so beautiful on Hub. I'm just going to stop here and really appreciate it. And we've also set up this affiliate thing. Essentially, the money immediately goes to the company's wallet, which then goes towards the developer, which then goes towards bettering the site, making it faster, adding more, removing more, doing a whole bunch of this and that, trigonometry.
Going into space, mathematics, quantum mechanics, the secrets of the universe.
I don't code, I pay a developer to do it. And we've been so focused on predictions, making it better day after day after day, because let's be honest, there's a whole bunch of copycats right now trying to join my hype train that I've built. Really, no one was talking about predictions before me. I'm not going to be able to pull it off regardless. I'm not really worried about that. And it's turned out very nice. I really like it. And Hub's kind of been on the back burner, and I really want to really get it there. I don't mind having multiple developers. You got some for predictions. I really want to hire a whole bunch for Hub, frankly. And Split Now is not only based as fuck, right? I'm in the company group chat. We were messaging and they're like, they got fucking spliggers and stuff. We got one with the Nazi fucking logo. You got the SS. You got a whole bunch of just like new age Monero bro culture things that like I love. It's one of the reasons why like I'm like, you know what, we fit together, because it's not necessarily the whole like edgy Nazi thing, but I love the culture. And they're like, yo, Mav, oh, we want to be on XMR Hub. We want you to be the face of it. And I'm like, yeah, you got to go into more. And they started telling me about how fast it was, how they love Monero, like all these founders, and they're like, we've been following the space for a while. And I'm like, yeah, yada yada yada. And I'm like, yo, let me check them out. And I'm like, whoa, pretty nice. I've been like extensively testing them too. I'm documenting right now. I got Wagyu going. I got Trocador going too. I will probably put it into the video. I might put a little bit more effort into this video versus the other ones. In my previous one, it was like boys' night, me and my son, and the Sean Strickland fight and betting on Poly Market. Didn't do too hot. That was one of my worst performing videos of all time. I feel like in my age really well though, frankly, as like my popularity grows, the channel grows, social media presence grows, people will look back on that and go, oh my god, that was so funny and cool, and wow. Well, that's nothing. And I do kind of want to pivot more towards like, you know, the math economics theory type of videos where like we're talking about like number go up and like real cool things, because like I'm so passionate about Monero and I can just keep yapping and yapping and yapping about it for days. And there's like nothing else that I want. I want to stack as much Monero as possible. I want to build a whole bunch of things. Frankly, I just got done getting a lot of company ads on Twitter and buying a lot of domains. And man, I got Monero Hub on Twitter taken down for I don't even know, man. They didn't send me an email, number one. And number two, Dose, when I finally got an email back, they're like, oh, we suspended it for, I think it's like impersonation. And I'm like, what? I'm impersonating my own company?
Huh?
And it was right after the announcement, because we announced XMR Hub, the split. And then I went to sleep. And then I woke up to being suspended, and I was like, what the fuck? What happened? I was like, fuck, did Wagyu bot the post? Who wanted it taken down? Because XMR Hub's a threat to fucking the new age culture. Monerica, the mold guy, right? The owner of Monerica has severe brain damage from the mold exposure in his apartment, and he just hates the Monero bro culture and just attacks it ruthlessly. He also hates white people for some reason. I'll put something up on the screen. He didn't want to list return to the land. Essentially just white people wanting to live by themselves. I mean, black people do it, Jews do it. Why can't white people go live in the middle of nowhere on land and go build something? Right? Why would that be an issue? But he has other things listed that's not an issue. I digress. And not only do we threaten Monerica's revenue, the guy completely lives off of Monerica's sponsors and affiliates. And I don't. As I'm editing this in post, obviously, I'm not trying to attack this guy. Frankly, I like competition that's healthy. I'm not trying to attack his like health issues either. Like that's not who I am. I'm just very tired of just the attacks nonstop. XMR Hub's a scam, scam. Like just trying to like, smear. And like I have sympathies towards his like health issues and whatnot, and I'm not trying to completely kill Monerica. Like that's never my goal with the hub. It's just to help the community and have a cooler, different type of thing, right? Because they're more so, I guess, the yellow pages of Monero, and we are more so like the Apple of Monero, especially with the ecosystem we're creating. So I just want to say that here, edit that in. In no way am I trying to attack or talk down about somebody's health issues and whatnot. I hope he gets better, frankly. And yeah, I maybe people were gonna take it the wrong way or something. So I just wanted to get ahead of it and whatnot. Understand this, just wanting to like, I guess, shit talk your competitor and trash them and make up lies. Like, I get it. You have nothing going for you. Google SEO killed your business, and you just want to kill somebody who's actually trying to make innovation in the space. Like I came here to build a community, to build cool fucking projects, the new age culture, glassmorphism, clean, sleek. Well, I don't know how to code. I have a code monkey to develop for me, and it will continue to get better. You should have seen this project on launch. It was not good. As time goes on, it's getting slowly better and better and better with everything. Nothing is perfect on launch day.
They often say that your V1 of your product should be embarrassing because you need this level of relevancy for a subset of people where when they see that product, they're like, well, this was made for me.
You gotta get back to No Man's Sky, right? It was a hyped up video game. You're gonna explore space, all these things, and it ended up being a huge flop. It was issues and buggy, and it's not everything they promised. And man, I really wanted to be perfect on launch, and I spent months perfecting it and making it on canvas. And I should have just left it up to my developer to really make it instead of just copying what I did on canvas, because they ended up not looking all that hot. And I've given them full control. I'm like, after predictions, we are going to hammer the living shit out of XMR Hub. It's one of my passion projects. I love Hub, and it obviously can make money through affiliates and swapping. You should go swap on xmrhub.org. I love you. Also, I forgot to mention earlier in the split now thing that there is not only the fastest swaps in all of Monero, but AML insured. So they take the risk. They instantly refund you and they deal with the whole headache themselves. And it's so unbelievably nice just having this fucking just like weight off my back. Like I'm constantly like transacting in crypto. mainly only hold for my portfolio Monero, but sometimes I have to transact with these shit coins and whatnot. And the last thing I want to worry about is fucking having my funds frozen for months. Like, change now, change all these people. They'll just steal your funds straight up. They'll say it's flagged for KYC. You'll submit your documents, and then boom, your money's gone for forever. And they don't give a shit. There's a whole Reddit. I just had to make sure we were still recording here. Okay, so I have Wagyu going right now. They just asked me if I wanted to coin flip my swap. What the fuck are we doing here? Do I want to lose $130? Or maybe no. Why are we introducing gambling into swaps? That is degenerate. That is horrible. Let that be its own separate little class. I thought that was a meme, frankly. And right now we are quite behind. Oh, they're asking me to double my swap again. If you can see that. And I've clicked no, don't flip twice. They really are pushing the gambling. It's definitely not a scam, boys. And we are already way past the split now time. They're at 16 minutes, and split now earlier was 15. I retested on my MacBook. You realize how long it took for just one XMR confirmation tonight? Sometimes the network is clogged or something. I don't know. Frankly, I think it took 24 minutes this time. But 15 to 24 is better than a fucking hour with Trogador, an hour with Wagyu. Right now, I'm still screen recording. And this shit is taking forever. I guarantee you it's going to be sitting here for fucking ages. And that's what I love about Split now. And frankly, we got Goblin to go down to 0 confirmations. Before it was a little bit higher. And that's the future, man. Monero is instant at 0 confirmations. I send you Monero, it pops up immediately on your wallet of choice, your Cake wallet. You can see, okay, 2 Monero right there in my wallet. That should be enough for businesses. That should be enough for swapping. Because frankly, this is adding too much friction, and Monero is frictionless. It doesn't fail, frankly. Transactions, the only times I think it was like 80 transactions that failed was during the Cubic attack, where they did some reorgs. But once again, nothing happened. I'm pretty sure they went on as normal. There was just some like little hiccups here and there. But we're not under attack. And like, I remember Kraken fucking boosted theirs to 200 confirmations needed. There's some fucking crazy shit. It was insane. But we as a community have to force these businesses to move to 0 confirmations. We should have instant orders, instant swaps, instant top-ups, just like Goblin Card. I send my money to the Telegram bot, instantly tops up. I can instantly go spend the money. You realize how frictionless that is? I can be at a restaurant. I'm like, oh, I don't have money in my wallet. Boom. Within like fucking 20 seconds, I can go fucking tap my physical card. And it's beautiful. Like, that is Monero. Monero is 0 Monero is fast. Monero is cheap to use. Monero is private. Monero is the next global currency. It is the real Bitcoin. And we got to fix this UI on Cake Wallet, on all these other wallets. It's instant. It's in your wallet. I don't know, man. It's beautiful, and I fucking love Monero. I'm so obsessed with it. Every day, I cannot stop thinking about it. I went all in late 2024, and ever since then, I've been thinking of different ways, scheming about how we drag this Dino coin to #1 and how we free humanity. And frankly, I didn't go into that with the mindset of freeing humanity. At least I wasn't consciously aware. I remember listening to Stoic XMR with Douglas, and I was like, oh, wow, this guy's making some sense. Later guy turned out to be a FAG and was shit-talking me. But regardless, I enjoyed the podcast, so whatever. You're right, I'm a controversial individual for some reason, and we're gonna switch to Sheen Runos. Because, man, we need 0 confirmations in Monero. When I go and pay for something on the internet, I should be able to instantly get my thing Because guess what? It's instantly pocketable in the merchant's wallet. It is fast, it's smooth, it's simple, it's cheap. It costs me fucking less than a cent to send thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of Monero. I can't say the same thing for Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana or maybe Solana. I don't know. I've been forced to get into the Solana scene, not only because Split now, the Spligas have like the whole Solana fucking thingaroonies, but I just am so excited for the future of Monero. I love the community that we're building. I love predictions. I love that we're entering a new age. You're going to be able to go to XMR Hub. You're going to be able to swap. You're going to get your Monero to Solana faster. You're going to get your Monero to Bitcoin, your Monero to USDC, Monero to whatever, Monero to fucking USDC to Monero and all this stuff. Like, instant. And you're going to be helping the community because these projects are going to revolutionize the community. And like, if this project was cash flowing, I'd be able to do so much more. Like, I have this Monero Foundation that I made. It's a website domain. It's a Twitter handle, XMR Fund. And what I want to plan to do with it is to protect Monero because I just love it so much. And like, I'm thinking 30 steps ahead here. I have Hijacking Bitcoin that I've read and I'm rereading again. And like, talking about this right now, like, is bringing like chills to me. I personally firsthand watched Ethereum get hijacked. That was the first ever coin I put money into. And it sucked, man. I was watching my portfolio climb, and then this fucking proof of stake hijacking. I was promised a burn mechanism. I was promised that it would do all these grandiose things, and it was so good for Ethereum. And we zoom out, and now we see that Ethereum has not only never done anything number go up wise, but it's just dead. Okay, Ethereum is dead. Everyone's moved to Solana. I don't know how the Ethereum is so high up there. It's supposed to be the future of finance, and yet we are here with a dead chain. And then I read about hijacking Bitcoin. I read about the DDoSes. I read about the raids. I read about the death threats. I read about the censoring and silencing of the community on X. Not X, it was Reddit. It was the forums. It was this and that and that. Because there wasn't a really huge Twitter presence back then, really, more so. There were a few accounts that were banned. Because the original whole thing Bitcoin was supposed to be was a peer-to-peer cash. It's undebatable. The founders clearly stated, Hal Finney, that Bitcoin was going to go to $10 million plus per coin once it became the global currency, right? That is not one Bitcoin equal $10 million. That is, your Bitcoin bought you $10 million worth of things. If we look at the purchasing power in 2026, for example. And instead, federal agents, as Bitcoin was frankly getting accepted fucking everywhere. Okay, we were in Steam, Microsoft, a whole bunch of huge websites that are not coming to my brain immediately. And federal agents saw that, they freaked the fuck out. Okay, they threw their whole weight behind this hijacking. They spent millions. They were willing to kill, raid, ban anybody, whatever it took. They were willing to cede anybody millions of dollars. And that's what they did. Jeffrey Epstein funded Blockstream. He funded the hijacking of Bitcoin alongside federal agents. Because the Bitcoiners back in the day, they were loud, they were proud. Something we Monero bros should be. You had Roger Ver going on stages around the world preaching Bitcoin can stop wars.
In the Middle East and kill them all. And then they have the former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright on 60 Minutes, one of the most popular news shows in the U.S. And they asked her, they said, like, there's reports that more than 500,000 Iraqi children have died as a direct result of U.S. sanctions. And she looks back at her with a straight face and she goes, It was a really tough decision, but I think that it was worth it. Worth murdering 500,000 kids because of what the government did? And I apologize for crying, but it just disgusts me from my core when I see government people murdering people around the world. It's not just theoretical. These are real people with real lives. And it's real people, and Bitcoin has the power to undermine everything they're doing to people around the world. And I'm sorry for shouting, but it just disgusts me what these people in government do. And they do it through central banking and through the control of the money supply, and Bitcoin takes that away from them.
And I might insert the video right here because it does get me to tear up a little bit. And I love how passionate he is. Currently, Roger Ver is forced to remain silent. He used to follow me on X. And a part of his deal with law enforcement, after spending a lot of money with the whole Free Roger Ver campaign, is he can't do any media. He can't speak on it. He can't do anything. And he was a lot of what I look up to, frankly, and things I try to emulate in the Monero community. He preached about it stopping wars, because guess what? The government inflates the currency so we can go to these Middle Eastern countries, kill these innocent people, overthrow their government, because guess what? They don't have a central bank. They have oil, and Israel doesn't like them. So we must fight the sand wars, and we must kill millions of innocent people. And I think that's where I get a bad rap too, is people think that I am ultra white nationalist who wants to kill everybody but white people, and we are superior, and Heil Hitler. But that's not the truth. As a nationalist, I love the Brazilians, and frankly, I want a strong Brazil for Brazilians. I want a strong Africa for Africans, and guess what? Gaddafi almost did that. He did that for a while, by the way, before they overthrew him, because he did that. The United States of Africa is what he was doing. It would have been a very, 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 very powerful titan.
We came, we saw, he died.
So they gotta murk him. I want a powerful Europe for Europeans. Like, that's nationalism, is every people deserves their own country, not just a melting pot. Because then all culture is erased. Right? Why are we in Iran right now? Why are we in these Middle Eastern countries? Our cities are falling apart. I go out in Austin, there's trash everywhere. The roads are crumbling. You got a highway infrastructure literally fucked completely. It's being covered in major news. I see homeless everywhere. I see mass degeneracy. I see gambling billboards. I see vape shops on every corner. I see, then just the fucking degeneracy everywhere. Everything's ugly. Everything's expensive. And Monero fixes that. Bitcoin was supposed to fix that. Bitcoin was supposed to fix the money and fix the world. And instead got hijacked. And the more I began to study this and began to be like, oh, what happened? I came on this theory. It like hit me. I don't know what it was. It was like the universe just like in my brain. And I'm like, okay. So Satoshi wanted to implement privacy features into Bitcoin and these other different features that never got implemented. Okay. And then he left the project to move on to better things. Okay. And then years later, during the hijacking of Bitcoin, Monero was released off the radar with everything he talked about adding into Bitcoin. And then it hit me like a bus. The Trojan horse theory by Mav. Satoshi created Monero. He knew that Bitcoin was going to get hijacked, get attacked, because he saw that the successor, or the first electronic cash ever, get raided by feds, get destroyed. So he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to create a dummy. They're gonna concentrate on this, and in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to work on a new project. That's everything Bitcoin was supposed to be. Because he knew that the first coin was going to get attacked ruthlessly. It was going to get hijacked in the end. Okay. But if he can just buy time, but pull this little smoke screen while he's really cooking. And frankly, that's what I think happened. I think he used Bitcoin as a distraction, pushed in, knew it was going to get hijacked, knew what was going to happen, and that eventually everyone would be able to buy it because it was useless, and the bankers are going to go, ha ha, he he, we fucked you, you fucking retards, you goyim, you goy cattle. And then you can swap the Bitcoin to Monero that he created. And like you think I'm like kidding or anything. Maybe I'm not like going into as much as I could because frankly, okay, we were at 30 minutes, 31 minutes, and the Wagyu swap is still loading. They have asked me to coin flip twice. Retarded. Swap on xmarthub.org. Best rates, fastest swaps, AML insured, and you're helping a good cause. Roger Ver is somebody I look up to, and I was originally talking about the Monero Foundation. The Monero Foundation is supposed to prevent the hijacking of Monero. As we previously talked about, I experienced hijacking of Ethereum, my first true love in crypto, and then I read about the hijacking of Bitcoin, and this made me realize that if I create a foundation that I seed with all my money that I own 100%, but we have board members that decide where the money goes, that control the money with multisig, we can prevent the hijacking. We can attack ruthlessly projects like a Monero stablecoin. Monero is a currency. It does not need a stablecoin. It is the stablecoin. We are going to go up. We are going to go do. We're going to go up. We're going to stabilize. We're going to go up, stabilize. And once we take over the dollar, it's just going to be the same value for eternity. That's it. That's the stablecoin. That's Mav's economics theory in 3 seconds. And then one Monero, when we overtake the dollar and it's stabilized, is going to purchase $10 million worth of things today, minimum. And with this foundation, not only are we able to attack, like I just previously said, hijacking attempts, because with this Monero stablecoin, federal agencies can be like, oh, yeah, let's chunk some money at this, right? This is a perfect way. Why do you need to use Monero? Just use the Monero stablecoin. It's fast, it's stable. Monero goes up and down. You don't need to use the Monero network. And they push an update. Oh, this makes Monero more expensive to use. This makes Monero slower. Oh, yeah, everybody. Yeah, no, this is okay. This is okay. Guess what? We got a Monero stablecoin. We it doesn't matter if this makes Monero slower and more expensive, okay? The same shit happened to Bitcoin back in the day. With USDT, with all this other stuff. We were told, the federal agents said it was going to be a store of value, that there's going to be other things we can transact with. You never use your Bitcoin, right? And while I agree with the whole hodl nature for Monero, I still spin my Monero. I still spin my Monero to make more Monero. I still spend my Monero on cool fucking things because I want to support people who fucking accept Monero. Am I going to go spin my entire balance? No. Am I going to keep adding to my Monero balance and be a net fucking positive over and over again? Yes, you dumb motherfucker. Use your goddamn brain instead of being a fucking fed. Pissing me the fuck off, trying to flip shit around and try to get me. Fuck you. Fuck you. Pissing me off. But the Monero Foundation is my 200 IQ strategy to protect my beloved coin. It's not my coin, it's everybody's coin, it's the next global currency. But if I can establish a foundation, well, no one else is thinking this far ahead. Nobody thinks it's the next global currency. They laugh at me, they scoff at me, they go, ha ha, Scott, ha ha, Mav. You think it's gonna be the next global currency? You're fucking retarded. It's a privacy coin, my dark web coin. No. It's the next global currency that's going to free humanity and end central banking, end usury, end inflation, and free all the peoples of all the world. Okay, death to the greedy fucking bankers who have ruined every fucking society for 2,000 fucking years. It's a constant fucking mistake that humanity has made. We tried to do state banking, we tried to do gold backing, but guess what happens every single time? The community, the whole thing falls apart. The leader gets killed, and guess what? We get the same fucking system over and over and over and over again. The dollar is down 98 fucking percent, you dumbass. You used to be able to buy a house working at McDonald's. You buy a house working as a janitor. Now you can't do shit, because guess what? They inflated the currency. They did a whole bunch of fucked up shit. They stole all your wealth from you. And we aim to prevent Monero from ever, number one, becoming slower, becoming more expensive. Dude, we are still fucking pending. Jesus Christ. The average fill being 379. Like, this UI is so fucking bad. 36:41. That's the time. We are over double the amount that split now is. And once we hit 1 hour, I can safely say you should always swap on XMR.hub swap tab. And if you do, I will gain a tiny bit of an affiliate, which goes towards development. And once we have perfected the site and we have multiple employees, frankly, I want to get one for the blog. I want to get one to manage the shop. I want to get one just dedicated memer, right? Because we have a meme tab there. And then we'll also have a developer on standby to do whatever. That would be the one that I have right now. I don't want to really name it videos, but I love this fucking coin. And like, it gets to me. It's like something in my soul. Like, I'm building these projects, this prediction market, this casino, these when hubs cash flow positive, when I can afford to, I want to pour money into the Monero Foundation. I want it to be the top figureheads. I want it to be Vic from Cake Wallet. I want it to be Joe from Monero One. I want it to be all these top people to help us prevent Monero from getting hijacked. I will throw my own fucking money to prevent it from getting hijacked. I will do whatever it takes. We will seed any fucking upgrade that makes it cheaper to use, faster to fucking use. It's a more private, number one, because privacy is not the key feature. It is just a feature. It is the next global currency. Anything to bolster these will get instantly seeded. Different projects that also help establish Monero as the next global currency, seeded, backed by the Monero Foundation. The goal is not to get rich from predictions and casino and hub and not doing anything with it. I don't want yachts and all this mega houses and sports cars. I rather help push Monero becoming a global currency. I'd rather do something like this. Is my passion. Like, it's like there's like something in me like telling me nonstop. Like, the only thing that really works for me right now, ever really, is Monero. It all flows. The videos, they flow. The tweets, they come to me, they flow, they do good. I connected with the community, and when I go against people, like it goes amazingly well in my favor because it's like coming from the heart. Like, it's true. Like, I'm not trying to put on a charade. It's coming from the soul right here. I love Monero. You're never getting rid of me. I don't care what the world throws at me. And I've proven that time and time again. And maybe you don't know. Maybe you're new to the channel. Maybe you're new to Mav. But this has been a long journey. And you should also follow me on my Telegram channel, XMR. I'll put a screen cap and you can check the description real quick. Also, XMR chat, if you want to see your message pop up on screen. I'm going to read one here. I just remember off the top of my brain, the little chats. One of them was, "Why are you so goyim?" And I would like to say, I did take an IQ test. The Telegram group chat was like, "Mavi Poo, you are retarded as shit. Okay, we need you to take a IQ test." And I was like, okay, fine. So then I logged in for 30 minutes and it said I had a very high IQ. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to brag about this forever now. But I'm going because you have to retard max in life. Okay, I have a horrible tendency to overthink everything. Like, I overthought women, I overthought business, I overthought business plans, doing this and that. And you can spend your life thinking, but you have to take action. That is the most important part in life, is action. The retard takes action. And that's why I'm going. Next up, I believe, was how are you liking Graphene OS? Because I have made a few posts about Graphene OS. I got this Google Pixel 10a, and frankly, I fucking love this thing. I often pick up the Google Pixel 10a for the Graphene OS more than I do my iPhone 17 Pro Max, and that's not like bullshitting or like LARPing or anything. Like, I've never had Android. I've been an Apple fanboy for most of my life. I used to use the iPad as a little kid. It was like an iPad 2 or something. And then I ended up taking my mom's phone, the iPhone 5S, and then I ended up getting an iPhone 6. And then I don't remember if I had an iPhone 7. I think I did. And I had an 8. And I had an XR, XS, fucking, well, how many other ones have I had? The 12, the 13, the 14, the 15, the 16, the 17, all Pro Maxes. I've been an Apple fanboy for a long time, okay? And it feels like cheating using the Graphene OS and Android, but there's so many fucking cool things. I love the fucking pin scrambling too. I love the multi-profiles. I get 32 phones in one. I can get free YouTube Premium, free Spotify Premium, free fucking everything. I can download all these cool things. I can customize and get apps I can't get on the App Store. I can do all these cool fucking little privacy features too. And I just love it. I love the government now spying on me, and I love just everything about it. And it sucks saying that because like it doesn't have the best camera, it doesn't have the best screen, it doesn't have the best feel in your hands, the phone quality. And yet I love everything else about it. So I'm dual phoning. Obviously, if you couldn't tell. But let's see. What are we at here? We're at 43 minutes. And we're still processing. Well, the Monero Foundation will be a key cornerstone to the future of Monero and all the projects and the people you see in this space. We will only promote and pay people to promote if they do share the same values as us, with it being this global currency. If you want to make it more expensive, you want to make it slower, you want stable coins, you will be ruthlessly attacked. Okay? And sucks to suck, bud. Okay? We are preemptively attacking, and we are going to assume feds are going to be ready to attack whenever, because frankly, I don't know how Monero exists. To me, it's an anomaly. I feel like the fucking interstellar scene.
Cooper, they didn't bring us here to change the past.
Say that again.
They didn't bring us here to change the past.
They didn't bring us here, no. We brought ourselves.
Often, it's like these smart people went back in time and gave us something that can free us from the upcoming enslavement, from the central bank digital currency, from the digital ID. They gave us a chance, and we are on the not the best timeline, but we have a tool, we have a solution. And now it is up to us whether we carry this cross, carry this torch of freedom and light up the world or not. Frankly, I will do my part. I will continue to preach about Monero. I will continue to do as much as I can. I will establish the Monero Foundation and use profits from the casino prediction market towards this, and also Hub. Because nothing's going to stop me. That feels like my purpose and my calling, one of my callings. And I will do anything to make it happen. I don't care what needs to happen, by any means necessary. And in the end, we will win. Because there's no other world I want my son to live in. I love my son. And if you watched the last video, Boys Night, I get very teary-eyed talking about him. Because he is my world. And I don't know what I'd do without him. Baby Mav, I love you. And yet, we're getting close to the end of the video. If your takeaway from anything of this, it is use the xmrhub.org swap. AML insured. It's fast. 4 times faster than Wagyu. 4 times faster than Trocador. Cheap. And I'm probably forgetting something here, but it's the reason why I partnered with them too, is I really care about the speed. And as long as you're not raping me on the fees, which they're not, it's really better rate than Wagyu. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I just want to say thank you for all the support on Twitter. It's been a lot. Thank you for the likes, the comments mean a lot to me. And if you want to see your message pop up on screen, have me cover it, you can go to XMR chat. All the links are going to be in the description. I will go back and put the timestamps in the comments too. I will pin it before I post it. That way you don't have to watch the entire video. You can just click around and get the key important parts. Join my Telegram channel. I kind of want to grow it. Join our Telegram group too. Chat with a bunch of like-minded people. We have 1.3k people in there. Or 1.2k, who knows. Yeah. Love you guys. Thank you so much. And all the support and everything. I love this community. I love this coin. And you guys are stuck with me.
Humanity is not a mistake of evolution, it is its pinnacle. No force in the universe bends reality to its will like we do. We are not creatures of instinct, we are architects of destiny. We do not fear extinction, we engineer survival.